how to raise your vibrational frequency so high that you're not just feeling great, you're not just feeling happy, but that you're literally operating in another dimension. Let's get to it. What is up, B-Livers? Back with another video today. And if you are new here, I am Elizabeth. Here on this channel, I help teach people how to be live. So if you are new here, drop a comment saying what's up so I can say hi to you. All right, so diving into the video. Now, you always see all those videos about like how to raise your vibrational frequency and all this stuff, right? But why not raise it in a way that isn't just allowing you to be happy, joyous, manifest the things you want? Why not get into another dimension, right? Now, if you don't know what the dimensions are, I am going to dive into that in just a brief moment so you are clear on why you'd even want to do that in the first place. But by the end of this video, you will have 3 easy tools that you can use no matter what. It doesn't matter if you have your cell phone next to you, if you have anything, it's just you and your body. I'm going to give you 3 tools you can use that you can raise your vibration, not just to be happy, but in different dimensions. So for those who aren't really aware of what the dimensions are capable of or what they're really about, don't worry, I do have another video coming up talking all about them, but just for the sake of knowing the importance of being in a different dimensions of a high frequency, just know that the higher of a dimension that you are, the more of a magician, the more of your personal power and your creation abilities you have access to. So yes, you will be happier, yes, you will be more joyous, and yes, you'll be able to manifest quicker, faster, and easier, but you will also, I don't want to say but, and you will also be able to connect. Once you're in like dimensions like the 5th dimension, you are literally, you feel and you recognize that you are one with everything. Like you're not just acknowledgeable of it, but you literally feel it. Things like aging, death aren't even possible for you unless you want it to happen, unless you're like physically ready for it to happen and you allow it. So when we're in lower dimensions, like pretty much what almost all planet Earth is on right now, which is 3D, which we all have access to each dimension at any given moment of our lives. That's why it's awesome to watch this video right now, because you'll understand how to raise into these different dimensions through these quick and easy tools with using nothing but your body. You will understand that when you're in each different dimensions, you of course have those powers and all that good stuff, but it's almost like without trying to make you believe something, but it's like that is almost like the cycle of life. You're constantly transitioning into a higher dimension. So it's allowing you to not just raise your vibrational frequency for the sake of feeling good and, manifesting your desires, but it's also expanding your spirituality and like what you came here on planet Earth to do. So with that being said, let's dive into this video. Now, if you're already resonating with this message, make sure you give me a big old thumbs up and comment juice so I know you're resonating with it. And let's dive into number 1. So the very first thing that you can do to raise your vibration, and don't take any of these lightly because they're going to sound super basic, but I'm going to explain the science behind them and why they work. But the very first thing you can do is shift your focus. Like I said, it sounds basic, but hear me out. So in order to get into a high frequency, we want to understand like what are the emotions that we operate whenever we are on a high frequency. Some of the highest frequencies you can operate at are unconditional love, pure peace, and like true joy. Like the type of joy that someone could punch you in the face and yeah, you're gonna be thrown off for a second, but you're gonna be like, well, man, are you okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that type, it's like that level. The highest that we can reach here on planet Earth is enlightenment without becoming non-physical. So that's like what our physical body can handle. But those are the highest frequencies emotionally that humans can be in. So when we shift our focus, we want to shift our focus that allows us to embrace those feelings. So what are the things that let you feel unconditional love? Like for me, it was my dog. Like my dog, even though he died, like that's my baby, like that's my angel. And like anytime I think of him, I feel amazing. I'm getting a little upset right now because he just passed, but that's, like I always know like that's my peace center, right? Is my dog. So like what allows you to feel that unconditional love, right? What allows you to raise, right now that probably wouldn't work for me because I get kind of upset because he like literally just passed away. But I would always go pet him. I would like kiss him. I would lay with him because it literally allowed me to feel one with everything. Another thing you can do which allows you to heal on these things is like you say, you can learn to become unconditional. Like for me, I struggled with being like really unconditional in relationships. I was like most people, very conditional. Like if this person did this, I'd get pissed off. I would want to leave them, like whatever, right? And it wasn't until I had my last relationship, actually like kind of like my last two, because long story without talking your guys' ear off, but I understood like the importance of unconditional love, and like I really got it, right? So it's like, and it was something that I was battling with. And so when you can take an area that's causing you something of a low vibration and shift your focus on it, like either find out what the lesson is, shift your perspective on it, come to a way that allows you to heal and literally raise your vibration. That's one of the most powerful ways you can do it. But you can also just merely shift your focus to an entirely different topic if that's too hard for you to do right now. So that is number one. Number two is connection. So if you're not, I don't necessarily mean like connection with other human beings, because most human beings they're all amazing, right? We're all amazing, and you're amazing, and I'm amazing, and you know, that person over there is amazing. But the thing is, most humans are operating in low vibrations, like most of them are. And you might have some really high, amazing friends, whatever, and they might be great to talk to. And if you know that they are that of a high frequency, then yes, connect with them. But let's be real honest, like most people are operating in a third dimension, like state of being. So you want to connect with things like I recommend, obviously, like if you're very spiritual, that is the number one way to go. But like say, even for people that don't believe in God or don't believe in source, like what would you connect to? What is something that is high vibrational that you can connect to? And that is nature. So that's why I kind of said like my animal was the best for me, but like nature and spirituality, merely yourself too. So it's like those three things, if you can connect to them in a way that allows you to embrace those emotions of love, peace, joy, happiness, you will indefinitely raise your vibration. Actually, I don't know if I meant to say indefinitely. If indefinitely means that you won't, then don't. That's not what I meant. I meant to say that you will most definitely do that. So yes, so when you use connection, and if you want me to elaborate more on like what connection means, on like how to really connect, or if you have more questions on that, just let me know in the comments. If you have any questions on any of this at all, make sure you let me know in the comments, because it's important that you don't just watch YouTube, you actually like get the most of it. Your time's extremely valuable. So last but not least is binaural beats. Yeah. So binaural beats are basically sound frequencies that are structured in a way to serve you. So this is a really interesting fact. Everything breaks down to noise. And I know you always hear me say like everything breaks down to energy, everything breaks down to frequency, everything breaks down to noise. If I had to break it down like what's smallest, what's biggest, first it would come energy, then it would come frequency, then it would become like sound, or sound then frequency, energy, sound, then frequency, because frequency is the way sound is operating at. But this is important for you to know, because the words, your belief system, your programming is merely like a song. It's a record. It's literally a sound. Colors, images, they're all a sound if you were to break it down even more. And so that of high frequency dimensions are merely like a sound. So when you can tune into binaural beats that are literally structured to collide with the human science, like your human brains, the way that your mind and body works, that activate those frequencies within your body, it's inevitable. Not indefinitely, like I said, I don't mean to use that word if that doesn't mean what I meant to say. It will inevitably allow you to raise your frequency. And I love that I put this in here, because sound pollution is something you want to be very, very, very aware of. Almost everything you listen to, like I love music. I'm a huge music person, but I limit the amount of music I listen to if I haven't studied the actual frequency of the song, because when you listen to songs, they actually keep you in the frequency of that song. And most songs being put out there are not in unconditional love, joy, peace frequencies. The lyrics might be pure, whatever, but the sound itself is what is really crucial. And even like the tonality behind the singer's voice. Remember when we go back to affirmations, I made a whole video on how affirmations can harm you if you don't use them properly. It's not merely so like what you say, even though there is a proper way to structure affirmations, so it allows your brain to think in a certain way, but it's more so what you feel. Like what you feel is the most important because it's all feeling, right? So yes, you want to break it down to like sound, like binaural beats. What binaural beats can I stick to? I actually made a sleep hypnosis that allows you to hypnotize for yourself for wealth and prosperity. And a lot of these like sleep hypnosises that I see out there on the internet, they don't have binaural beats to them. So it's like the sleep hypnosis isn't even working. It's actually just disrupting someone's sleep pattern and they're not getting a good sleep at night. If you've ever listened to some random one off YouTube, you can probably understand that, oh, when I listen to these, for some reason I don't sleep that well. And then every single body that's ever done my sleep hypnosis, which I'll tag in the description in the comments for you guys so you can use it, has said that they just sleep peacefully and then they notice a difference in it. Now, I'm not saying everybody's doesn't work this way because some of them actually do structure their sleep hypnosises and their meditations with on purpose binaural beats, but that's a key part because that is what is controlling the frequency in our body and minds. So we want to become extremely cautious of that. And side note, if you do download that, it's completely free to you guys. The sound frequency is so quiet, you almost can't hear it if you don't have headphones, if you're not like super concentrated on it. So I recommend listening it to with headphones, but you don't have to listen with headphones. Don't feel like you won't get the benefit if you can't hear it. But that's also like another side note. Know that sound frequency can be highly impactful and you can't even hear it. That's why 5G and things like that are so dangerous and people aren't realizing why, but it all comes down to frequency and what it does to the body and mind and how it interacts. So with that being said, guys, let me know what in the comments, which one is your top favorite 3 that you got excited about knowing. Let me know in the comments which ones you guys are going to be using. And I'm also gonna have in the comments a gift from me to you guys, the BLIVE Checklist. And if you haven't already downloaded that, in addition to the sleep hypnosis, it is a list of tools that you can use each and every single day to raise your vibrational frequency, to reprogram yourself to be in alignment with that which you want, and to also just help you develop healthy rituals and have time freedom. So that's going to be available in the description for you guys. But that is it for today. Like I said, I love you guys so much. Let me know in the comments what you guys are going to be using, what you're excited about. And as always, dream big, live large, and be live. Bye.